All right, yo, what's good? Watch this podcast, Scoop here. Soda Don Dada with me.
You already know.
And today, at this uniquely coordinated artist experience, we are joined by the legendary arsonist of HEATMAKERZ. Man, what's good, my guy?
What's up, my bro?
Good, man. So
Great to have
glad.
you. Great to have
Nice
you.
to be here with y'all.
Happy to have you, man. I appreciate you pulling up, man. How you been, man?
I'm good, my bro. Can't complain.
Yeah, so, for all those who don't know, man, Arsonist is a legendary producer, part of a production team called the HEATMAKERZ. Made a lot of beats for,
Actually, that's a lot of things that people don't know, man.
Okay.
It's really, HEATMAKERZ is just me for like the last, probably like over 15 years.
It's just you?
Wow.
Yeah.
You are HEATMAKERZ.
Yes.
He is the heat maker.
So everything you heard is one person. It's not multiple people. That's me.
So when you're producing, what format or like, what software are you working with
I
typically?
use the MPC.
Or MPC hardware?
Yeah.
So you MPC, so you get busy.
Yeah. I just actually did a deal with a Kai for a signature HEATMAKER drum pack that we'll probably be putting out for the end of this year, and then a signature MPC, signature HEATMAKERZ MPC that's gonna get made probably within the next 18 months.
Oh.
Wow, power moves.
Yeah, I've been doing it long enough. You gotta do something, right?
Listen.
You're making moves, man. I see you, man. You dripping, you icy and everything, man. You know what I'm saying?
I love to hear it. The fruits of your labor.
You know what I'm saying? The fruits of your labor. So I heard you earlier saying that you got something coming up with Crook and Joel.
Yeah.
Another joint?
Yeah, they got another joint coming out. We don't have an exact date, but it's done. I did 5 records on there. I think there's they're putting about, if I'm not mistaken, like 13, anywhere from 13 to 15, but I did 5 out of that so far. I mean, it's done, so I did 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So do you think there's any healing that can happen over there with that camp, man? You know what I'm saying? It's done?
I think so.
Yeah.
I just think just as my opinion, I think things went to a place where you can't really rein them in from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. I think if you with the right influence, man, you might be able to get Joe to rap, man. Nah?
Not me.
HEATMAKERZ, bro.
Yeah, but not Joe, man. Like, I don't know. I just think he's comfortable in the podcast space. He's probably making a bunch of money in the podcast space, which is cool. And why go in reverse and try to fight for your crumbs in the rap game when you already carved out a niche in the podcast game? So I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
You gotta make a living.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with
I get
that.
it. And to be honest with you, it's a way easier living than having to think of new verses every day. It's like in a podcast world, the world creates the content for you. When you rap, you got to think of new content to keep people interested. When you're a podcaster, it's like whatever happens in the world, you speak on it.
I think Arsonist just told me that my job is very easy.
No,
I
it's
don't
not,
really-
definitely not. I'm just saying, as far as like once you carved out your niche in this, why would you say, all right, cool, I'm not gonna be a podcaster no more. I'm gonna go try to rap now after you. And that's what happened with Joe.
Nah,
I
I get
think
what you
Joe-
mean. He found his purpose.
Right. So why go backwards?
Yeah, nah, I feel you on that. I be trying to tell them all the time, man, because they be trying to get me to rap, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, look.
This honestly, where y'all at is where the money's at.
Word,
I'll be
man.
real with you, as far as like if you know how to maneuver your way through it, it's like quantity is king in this.
Mhm.
Not even more so quality, man. It's really quantity. It's like if you give people a lot and a lot of things to watch, because people get bored fast.
Yeah.
Facts.
So the podcasters that win are the people that give you constant content.
Yes.
Like I'm talking about 3 times a day sometimes. Like, so, I'm into boxing, right? So I watch a lot of boxing analysts, and they'll put out content 3-4 times a day because they understand.
I put out content 3-4 times
right,
a day.
you have to, because people get bored fast. They put out something once a week. I'm gonna go to these dudes that put out something 3 times a day.
Attention
Yeah,
span is short nowadays.
No, it
man.
is.
With TikTok
About 5
and
to 10
Reels.
seconds.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, she's a TikTok queen. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I know absolutely nothing. I mean, I know about TikTok, but I don't have a TikTok. But I heard
It's a
people
great
that
platform if you can get someone to maneuver it for you.
Right,
Just
that's what I might
money
need.
wise, you feel me? I have a brand. We're wearing my brand.
Oh, yeah, that's her shit.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's my brand.
That's fine.
So I understand what you're saying in regards to purpose, because just because I have a brand,
Right.
if I'm doing good in another space, that could
Right.
be a niche.
Right.
I
It's like,
wouldn't.
look, you got this brand, you got a podcast, right? You use the podcast to promote that brand.
Definitely.
So it's like one helps the other. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of them things, whichever one pops first. That pops first is going to help the podcast. Podcast pops first is going to help the clothing line.
Definitely.
So it's
One hand wash the other, both wash the face. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Look, well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but before you leave, though, I just want to ask you, man, as a legend in the game, someone that's seasoned in the industry, for any up-and-coming producers that's trying to get their foot in, what would be one piece of advice you would give them?
Same thing. It's quantity. There's so many producers out here that, if you make what you consider one great beat a week, you got to remember there's another kid that made 7 of those in the same time frame. So it's like, even though you think you're doing good, there's always somebody that's moving at a faster pace, so you can't really get comfortable. You understand? Like, I've been in the game now for, 23 years. It's crazy. 23 years.
Longevity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You hear me?
I'm big on
Professionally
longevity.
for 23 years, and it's like, I still work as if I don't have a dollar in my pocket and nobody's ever bought a beat. So if I shouldn't be outworking new producers. It shouldn't work like that. I've been in there for 23 years. I've made a certain amount of bread, and if they haven't, why is somebody that's like me outworking you? It shouldn't be like that. So I just think you got to work, man. Anything that you do, like y'all got this, you got the clothing line. It's a non-stop hustle.
I've been in business for 12 years.
Right. And
Longevity.
And you understand it's a non-stop hustle.
It
you
is.
You can't wake up because you work for yourself. You can't wake up tomorrow and be like, nah, I'll do that the next day. You can't do that. Because when she says that, somebody else is pumping out 30 to 40 of their joints. Meanwhile, you understand? So I just believe in constant work. I work. Anybody that knows me knows my whole shit is about I'm gonna outwork the next person.
Period.
You know what I mean? So that's why people thought there was 2 or 3 of us.
I
I
did.
was working at that pace. I'm working at the pace so that it feels like it's that many people.
Well,
You know what I mean?
And how can people get in touch with you?
Instagram, regular official HEATMAKERZ with a Z, and just hit me up. You know, if you write the right thing, I respond back.
Write the right thing. You
Yeah.
heard it,
Okay,
man.
I'm gonna have
Nonsense,
to send you out a package or something.
I appreciate it. You know, I show love.
I'm gonna
man.
get your information.
Oh yeah, she got a lot of dope shit, man. But look, you heard it from the legend himself, man. You know, Arsonist, who is HEATMAKERZ. You know what I'm saying?
He is the heat maker.
Outwork everybody to get noticed. And if you want to talk to this man, make sure you say the right thing in his DMs, man. I want to thank you for pulling up for the Watch This podcast, bro.
Bro, thank you for having me. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you. I
Keep
appreciate
working,
it.
man. Keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? Much love.
Watch this.